Good morning. There we go. Waiting to see if we have any viewers yet. This is Wake Up to Makeup. It is early. I think it's 7 something. People are probably driving to work. Maybe getting into the office. This is my office. So I basically wanted to show you my morning routine. That's why I have no makeup. We'll get a couple more viewers. So, contrary to popular belief, I do not walk around with makeup on all day long. I had somebody tell me on Sunday, God, I feel bad for you. You can't even go to the grocery store without makeup on because that's what you do. It is what it is. I actually enjoy it. So let's wake up to makeup, okay? So first things first, before we kick off our wake up to makeup. Hi girls, good morning. See, look, I don't wear makeup sometimes, but I'm going to show you how quickly you can wear makeup. I miss you, Michelle. Hi, Jen. All right, so basically, you guys can hang for a few minutes or not, but I just wanted to show girls how I start my day. Because everybody thinks that I sit down and do this huge 30-minute ordeal with makeup, and I don't. I don't have time for that. So I've got Meghan Trainor Radio on, usually on Pandora. Best channel ever. A lot of people don't know about it yet. And I have my Spark. And I'm sitting at my makeup table, and this is how I start my day. So this is to show you how quickly and easily you can get ready for the day. Always, always, always use the primer, the Glorious Primer. If you don't use the Glorious Primer, then you are basically, the best way I can describe it is, you know how you're driving down the road and sometimes you hit potholes and that's where your tires go? That's where all your foundation's going to go. So this prevents it from going in there. Hi, good morning, Nicole. Thanks for joining. Be careful if you're driving. It only takes a drop. I can't express that enough. If you do more than a drop, you're going to feel oily, okay? So what we're going to start with is what I like to call my diamond effect. And those of you that are just joining, thanks so much for joining. I'm just showing you my morning routine. Meghan Trainor Radio, Spark, sitting at my makeup table. So basically, you're going to start out doing the diamond effect, because if you start with putting it all up here, by the time you get here, you're going to run out of primer, and you're going to go back to your tube. You're going to squirt more. You're going to be too heavy, too many layers. So do the diamond effect, spread it evenly, then blend from the top down. Hi, good morning, Allison. Hey, Erin. Hey, Erin, I can hook you up. I hope your foundation came. I hope your new color came, and I hope it matched better than the other one. Oh, Pandora, I think, is going to make me sign in. Sometimes I forget to sign in, and they stop and say, you can't listen to me anymore unless you sign in. Okay, so, listen up. This is very important. Once you've done your primer on your face, take it and put it over your eyes if you do not have the eye primer. You know how you see girls sometimes, and halfway through the day, their eyeshadow is starting to crease? That's going to prevent that from happening, okay? So put a little bit there. There's a reason it's called face and eye makeup. Okay? Alrighty. So the next step is, it just kind of depends on your mood. It kind of depends on what your plans are for that day. But you have some choices. You can do the liquid to powder foundation, which is my absolute favorite, because it takes you from kind of some aged and sunspots to completely flawless. Or for me, when I know I'm going to be sweating a lot, like if I have tennis, then I go with the compact powder so that it's not so much liquid on my face. But this is my go-to every day. It is unreal how it changes from a liquid to a powder. I have not up until this point been able to give out a lot of samples because it would literally evaporate in the containers. However, I scored some samples this weekend. I went to St. Louis for the convention. So if you need samples, They're in sealed, yeah, it wants me to sign in here. They're in sealed containers, so I can hook you up with a sample if you need that. Alright, let's get the music going because this is just part of my routine, and you know you can't break routine. If you break routine, it throws the whole day off. Oh, I'm so sorry it hasn't come yet, Erin. I will check on it today, but I had it shipped out last week, so that kind of worries me. But I'm sure it'll be there any minute. Alright, so let's do, ooh, look, Carrie. Let's do the liquid to powder foundation. I just kind of knock it against the palm of my hand a few times to get it mixed up really well. And then I take my powder puff brush. Okay, it's completely dry. And I get a couple of drops, literally no more than 3. If you do more than 3, you're caking on way too much. Scale it back if you're doing that, if it feels too heavy. So just take it in 1, 2, 3, and even those drops are super small. Immediately put it back in your glass container and seal it. That's going to keep any bacteria from getting out of there. So now we're going to do the dots. I'm trying to get a little bit closer so you can see the dots. Same method, the diamond effect. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you start blending all of it up here, by the time you get to right here, it's going to be out. You're going to have to do more drops. You're going to be too heavy. So start blending it from the top down. And it literally disappears into this flawless finish. It's the craziest, coolest thing. Okay. All done. My brush is completely dry. So at this point, it depends on if I'm doing just like minimal eyes or heavy eyes for that day. Today I'm doing minimal because I'm not doing anything special. If I'm going out for the night, I wait on my concealer. If I'm not going out for the night, then I do my concealer, because when you do heavy eyes, I highly recommend that you do your concealer after your heavy eyes. Reason being, if you have anything trickle below, the last thing you want is to have heavy eyes and be all night trying to wipe it, and then you might smear some of that. So wait, if you're going to be doing a smoky look. If you're just doing a lightweight look, then go ahead and do your concealer. I'm all about brushes. I can't express that enough. A lot of girls say, I don't understand how you get your eyes the way you do. Brushes. Brushes are essential. They're an investment that you make one time, and they will change your makeup game. Okay? So, this is the concealer brush. Again, very minimal product, just a drop. And you actually want to create kind of like a V effect under each eye. You don't want to put it directly into that crease, because throughout the day, it's just going to start creasing. So blend and work your way up to the eye, right underneath it. Y'all, I'm telling you, this stuff is magic. Do you see my right eye compared to my left eye? This is like, I can't live without now. So we do some little upside down V's like this. All the way out to the edges. You can get a little on that inner corner. I'm so happy for all of you that have joined me over coffee or laying in bed or doing your makeup. If you have the products, do it with me. Follow along. Okay, I am a super pale person. I look even more pale in these lights. So, every day I have to warm up my face. It just depends on what I use to warm up my face. I have a couple of options. Options are the Sculpting Trio. Literally shows you what to use where. It's a no-brainer. So this is the darkest, this is the bronzer, this is the lightest, this goes under your eyes, center of your forehead, and this is the glow. Have you ever seen Kim Kardashian or any of the celebrities on the red carpet and they literally look like their face is glowing? This is how. This little product down here at the end, I'll show you guys how shimmery it is. See all that? It's messy because I use it a lot. Alright. So again, because I know that I'm just going to be running around today and probably sweating later on the tennis courts, I'm going to just do the dry beachfront bronzer right now. I take my big powder puff brush, get a decent amount on there. If you feel like you got too much, just knock it. Like that. Okay? Start at the top with blending. Warm up the edges. I have a large forehead. God bless me with a large forehead. So I get a good bit on there and then go right along those cheekbones and warm up underneath the cheekbones. Not on the cheekbones, under the cheekbones. Yay, Nicole! I'll see you later today. I think, right? Alright. Okay, so next, now that I've warmed up my face, I want to add some color on my cheeks. This is Sweet Blusher. You can see also I use this a ton. And you can see how I use it. It doesn't have a big open space around the edges because I don't swirl my brush. I dot my brush. Now that I've kind of worn out that area, I dot it right here. And the reason for that is this is not the 1980s. This is not the 1980s, ladies. Okay? We want to dab. We don't want to swipe. Remember the 80s when we swiped it? Like, how much blush can we get on there? We want to dab. Just give the cheeks a little bit of color. Okay? The sun is rising, so the color is changing in here. That's how you know it's early. Oh no! I hope you can make it. Well, you know you're welcome to bring Riley here. I don't know how Kevin would do with Reese. But you're more than welcome to bring Riley here, Nicole. Okay. It's just been a while since he's had a little one. Okay, so my nose is running. I apologize. This is real life. This is live, girls, so sorry. Alright, so all I did was dab, and I've got some color in my cheeks. Okay? We've come a long way in the last few minutes. Now we're going to start on the eyes. I like to start with my eyebrows first because I feel like I go heavier with my eyeshadow when I don't do my eyebrows first because I feel like I'm overcompensating. So I'm going to use the mirror here, and I'm going to show you girls how I just do light strokes. Starting on the inside. I have no eyebrows. I'm so blonde. And I have a strawberry tint to them. So this takes, you can already see, this kind of takes the redness out of them. So you want to stroke upwards, start closest in, and then start to go downwards. Now, do you see what I just did there? I went past my eyebrow. Reason being is my eyebrows naturally don't go out to where they're supposed to go, which is this outer corner. Take a look here. Okay, you technically want them to be about right here. Mine stops about right here. So you just want to extend that a tiny bit. And even though they're not perfect yet, you want to start on the other one with the pencil because you're going to come right behind with the gel. And the gel will set it. I love this Meghan Trainor radio station on Pandora. Best ever. It's all positive, upbeat, and it's good driving music. Okay, so I went out on that edge too. Okay, all right, bye Nicole. I totally get it. You are very welcome. All right, so now we want to set it with the gel. This gel is fantastic because if you're like me, you're starting to already have spotting in your eyebrows where you're losing your hair. 35, almost 36 next month. Never thought I'd already be losing my hair, but I am. So, this fills in any of those gaps. It has little fibers in it. Gives you a nice, full, clean eyebrow and sets it. Same thing with this one. Set those eyebrows. And yes, I do this every morning because it makes me feel human. So, to those of you who are like, I don't have time to do this every morning, I do because it makes me feel human. I'm a nicer person. Alright, so next. It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. Let's do, you know what? Let's show off the Defend Innocence collection. That is this month's Kudos. It is a really good deal. It is a bunch of products for 60 bucks and a cute little leather wrap bracelet. And the cause is even better. The cause is to raise awareness for children and sexual abuse. I know it's a really scary topic. It's not a fun topic, but unfortunately 1 in 4 it happens. So, you know, you look at your kid's classroom and you think 1 in 4 children. It's scary. So it's just basically raising awareness so kids aren't afraid to have conversations with their parents and encouraging them to know what's right and what's wrong. So this supports that, which is really cool. I love anything that supports a cause. So again, all about the brushes. Cream Splurge brush here. Hi, Chrissy. I'm so glad you joined. Okay, so I'm taking this beautiful, it will fall out, so don't turn it forward. This beautiful Cream Splurge color. It's like a pink. I don't know if you can see it here. Okay, and I'm putting just that much on my brush. Any excess I'm putting in the lid. There's a reason behind it, and I'll tell you the reason in a moment. So this very, very pretty pink. I'm going to put a little bit on each top of my lid. And I do that method just like the foundation method because we don't want to put all of it on one eye and then have to play catch up with this eye. So we're going to spread it evenly between the two eyes, and once you feel like you've got it evenly distributed between the two eyes, then start to spread it out. That way you use less product as well. Hey girls, so glad you girls have joined. I'm just showing everybody how I get up and I get ready. Okay, so I'm going to give you a better angle here in just a second of the color on my eyes because it's a gorgeous color. I don't want to discount it. Alright, and look at the cute little Defend Innocence purple lid it comes with. Alright, so let me show you my eye color. Is that better? Alright, so it's like a really pretty pink. Let's try not to drop you. Thanks! Alright, now, I like to add some depth to my eyes. So what I typically do is I go behind any of the light colors and I add a little bit of color in the corners. So you can totally get away with this if you want a natural look. For me, I would typically do this if I was just going to the beach or something for the day. I'd probably put this really light color on. Hi Dana, welcome. But I'm going to put a little depth in the corners, and so I'm going to use my Addiction palette number 2. And I love grays and pinks together. So this is the majority of grays. I'm going to put a little bit of Perplexed on my liner shader brush, the shader side. And I'm literally going to do a very small, small V. Okay, you see how that just added a little bit of depth? Same with this side. I have a tendency to look so washed out because I have little eyes. Little beady eyes. So this just makes me feel like I'm not nearly as washed out. So just added a tiny bit. Literally a sideways V method. Okay? That's all I used. Oh my gosh, I love palette 2, Dana. You do. You have gorgeous eyes. Those grays and silvers would make them pop even more. Okay, so at this point, I typically like to line my eyes because I'm not doing full heavy smoky eyes today. It's just not in the cards. I don't need to do it. It's a Tuesday. It's on a Friday. Let me find my eyeliner. Alright, so we can do black liner. We have several pencil liner options. We have liquid eyeliner. Today I like to use the black eyeliner. Again, because I know that, honestly, I'm going to wash it off in just a couple of hours or I'm going to sweat. So I'm just using what does the job for right now. So a lot of girls have different methods. I prefer, me personally, some girls like to pull their eye up. I prefer to pull it to the side a little bit and make it taut for the pencil. And I just, doesn't have to be rough. I just kind of move the pencil along from the outer corner to the inner corner. Now you also have an option of using that palette 2 that I just had with the liner and doing a gray liner. Okay? Alright, let's do the other eye. So some exciting news. Last night they announced that anybody that buys a collection right now also gets the Uplift Eye Serum free. Look at that pretty little eye serum. Now, I will tell you girls that I am a facial diehard. I have to have facials because I just feel like with as much spray tanning as I do and so forth, my pores get so clogged. And I will say that my gal told me that if I'm using a cream under my eye, because I had what was called like milia, that it's too much. It was causing like these little bumps to harden, and she actually had to open them up and get the junk out. It's so gross. It's not a pimple, but it's like, it's buildup. And so she said you've got to be using a serum, not a cream, under your eyes. So serum awesome. And then, oh, there's this awesome tool. I'll have to grab it in just a second. We don't carry this. It's just something I bought on, oh, here it is, on Amazon. You've probably seen them if you've gone to a facialist. There's a couple of other skincare companies out there that sell them for very expensive. I got mine on Amazon. It's a roller. At night, if you roll under your eyes a couple of times a week and then put the Uplift Eye Serum on top of it, what you're doing is instigating your eyes to rebuild collagen, and then you're helping it out with the serum. So that's just a tip. And this, I think, was like 20 bucks on Amazon. So it comes in a pretty case. So it's just a little tip for you. Alright, because I'm on a budget. Everybody's on a budget, right? That and Uplift Eye Serum, which you get for free, great combination. And that's if you purchase any collection, I think $200 or over for the remainder of the month. And then anything under $200, you get the fantastic Shine Wipes. My daughter, here's how I know that she snuck in and used them the other day. She loves these. She likes to play makeup and dress up. Do y'all see that like bright blue eyeshadow? Guilty. That's how I know she was in my makeup and in my Shine Wipes. And you know what? I only have one left now. Little sneaker. That's alright. I'd rather her use the safe stuff. Okay, so in order to match the bottoms with the tops, I actually take the Perplexed that we used for the V's on the outer edges. And I just put a little bit, you can either use your crease brush or you can use your liner shader brush option. I just put a little bit under there so it's not such a dramatic, drastic, straight line underneath my eye. Just a little bit. Don't go all the way in, but just put it on the outer edges. Then I come in with the black liner and line the waterline. Again, this is my typical day-to-day. If I'm in a hurry, you seem like probably super overwhelmed right now because it's so many steps. I promise you, once you get it down, it's not bad. So at this point, since my eyes are on, I take my powder puff brush and kind of swipe to make sure that there's no dark underneath my eyes that's going to smudge. And now it's time for my favorite. Okay, and if I'm in a hurry, I don't use the fibers of the mascara. I only use the gel. If I'm not in a hurry, I do both. Today, I'm going to use the gel just on the tips. You can kind of see how I go over them a few times, go out to the outer edges with the corner of the wand. And then I'm going to use just a dab of fibers. If you have fibers fly, don't panic. Let them fly, because you're going to seal in those that stick. So you see how puffy this brush is and all those fibers on it? Don't panic. It's supposed to be like that. You're going to come right behind with the gel and seal in those fibers. Again, I like to just stick with the tips with the fiber portion. The gel, I'll go all the way down to the lash line. Hello, open eye. Not so open. Alright, let's do the same thing. It should be that quick and that simple. If y'all are fighting with your 3D mascara more than that, we need to talk, because it means your 3D mascara is probably needing to be replaced. It's probably dried out. All the way out to the corners. And just the tip with the fibers. Good morning. I see more girls joining. Thanks so much for joining. Just showing girls a couple of tips and tricks, what I do each morning to get ready. Now, obviously, if we do a smoky eye, it's a lot more complicated. Tailgate. Love me some Luke. Okay. Alright, Dina. Sounds good. I'm so glad you got to join for a few minutes. Okay, so here is where I show girls not to panic. Okay. Do you see how I've got a clump right there compared to that side? This brush is a lifesaver. I don't pick with my fingers. Once I've gotten through my fibers, if I feel like it's clumpy, you don't want to look like you have spider legs coming off your eyeballs, okay? Get your comb and literally just comb through from the base to the edges, and look how nicely that's separated. If you still feel like you want it to be a little bit more, you can actually just take the tip of the brush and spread them like that. Open eye, they match. Woo! Alright, so now we're going to do the lower lashes. I never use fibers on my lower lashes. I feel like you're asking for trouble. I feel like you're asking for them to fall. You don't, it's not really normal to have super long extended lower lashes. So I use just the gel. I want to look like I'm making my eyes pop without making it look like I'm trying super hard to get these huge, crazy fake lashes like I'm a VIP waitress at a nightclub for the night. I'm just going to the grocery store. Alright, so let's take the comb, separate them, go from the bottom out. I see girls a lot of times doing this method. Don't do that. Do this. Up and out. Okay? And here's my other set of bottom lashes. Super fast. And keep in mind, this live is a lot longer than what I normally would spend on my routine because I'm talking through the whole thing. I'm explaining it. I literally I allow 10 minutes for my makeup, 10 minutes for my hair, 10 minutes to get dressed and grab something to eat. And that's how I roll because I have a very busy schedule. And if I can't get it together in 30 minutes in the mornings, I got bigger problems. Alright, so any excess fibers, do you notice a pattern? Every time I do a step, I use my powder puff brush. Lifesaver. Okay, so I'm going to show off the Defend Innocence lip line. Well, actually, let me back that up. The Defend Innocence liner that comes in the package is an eyeliner. I use it as a lip liner as well. I didn't use it on my eyes today. So I use it every day, pretty much, either as an eyeliner or as a lip liner. Today I'm going to use it as a lip liner. It's such a pretty color. Here it is. There's the purple, okay? And what I do is kind of like an ombre lip. Now, a lot of people can't do this all throughout the day. I totally get that. But to start my day, at least want to start it out on the right foot. I can't talk during this portion. Alright, here's the corners. And what I mean by ombre is fill in your darkest on the edges. Work your way up the lip. And I stop. I stop right there. You see where I stop? Okay, I do that. I just have chapstick on right now because I'm going to come in with my gorgeous Defend Innocence lipstick. I'm going to start here at the center. And do you see where I stop with that? That's it. Defend Innocence. Alright, so this is so cute. This is called Sitting Pretty. Now, if you're like, Jody, I can't do lipstick all day long. That's cool. Get your gloss. So, if I were to do the lip liner and a gloss, I personally would do the Lovable. I absolutely love this. And you know what's even cooler? It has a mirror. Get a little bit on there. Moisturizes. Or, I don't want to build up too much of my lips right now, your vanilla milkshake. Your vanilla milkshake. This is your lip bonbon. So if you're like, I'm in a hurry, I just really can't do this. It's okay. And sometimes what's kind of cool is if I do the lip liner and then I do this with it, some of the lip liner color, you can still kind of see a little bit on the edges there. Let's see if you can see it. Gets on the lip bonbon, so the next time you go to reapply it, you have some color with it. Just a tip. Okay, so at this point, what I typically do is I pack up my little bag, my little makeup bag, and I take my powder, my compact powder, and my lips, and I typically take a blush brush. just like this. Reason being is there's usually still a little bit of blush on here. I don't even take my blush compact with me, just the brush itself. And about 3-4 o'clock, if I'm out for the day, I'll look in the mirror, reapply my lips, do my compact powder under here, and then just do a couple dabs of blush, and I feel like I've been revitalized. Look at how cute this bag is. My BF's here. One of my, actually, she's my mentor. She got that for me when I went to St. Louis, and I was like, that is so perfect. It's so true. I can't live without them, so I guess they are my BFFs. So anyways, are there any questions? You can kind of see the finished look. Here, I'll hold still for a minute. But we used very minimal products. Lips. Brushes are where it's at. You need brushes. They're key. They're essential to whatever makeup look you want. We have this darling little brush kit. See all my brushes? But you do that one-time investment. And if you host a party, which is just basically an online party, because I don't do home parties. I don't do it. I don't have time for it. And everybody feels obligated to buy something, and it's just super awkward. So what we do instead is we do an online virtual party, and it usually lasts anywhere from between 5 and 10 days. And if you have people buy stuff from your virtual party, then guess what? You get these 50% off. So you get those 50% off, or you get, it's called YCash, to use for whatever you want. So you could literally get an entire collection and these and your Uplift eye serum for next to nothing, like 25 bucks. So it's not fun. I know a lot of people feel like, oh, the people are gonna run from me or feel obligated to buy. It's not fun to approach people. So that's why I say if you want to host a party, you are welcome to contact me. I'd be glad to set it up for you. Those of you that have had parties before have seen how successful they are and gotten a bunch of their stuff for free. So let me know if you're interested. But if not, again, the deals this month are 60 bucks for the cream splurge that you saw on my eyes. I'll show it to you again here. It's a fairly large container. It includes that cream splurge for your eyes. It includes this eye and lip liner. It includes this pretty Sittin' Pretty lipstick. And then there's also a Defend Innocence leather wrap bracelet. Super cute. I don't have it on right now, but it's in this drawer right here. And it says Defend Innocence. Wrap it around a few times. And it just raises awareness. Pretty cute. About sexual abuse in children. And then it includes the pamphlet that talks about what the myths are with sexual abuse. And it's a really pretty case that it comes in, but all of it for 60 bucks, or if you purchase a collection. So let's say that you need a foundation, a concealer, a brush, something like that. If it's over $200, you get the Uplift Eye Serum for free. If it's under $200, you get the Shine Wipes for free. So it's totally up to you what you decide to do, but I'd be glad to help you out with any of that. That's my morning routine. Got my Spark, got my Meghan Trainor radio, and got my makeup now. So I'm good to go. I'm ready to start my day. Let me know if you watch this, if you do the replay and you still have questions or need any type of color matching. I'll be glad to help you. But otherwise, thanks to those of you that have been hanging in there with me live. I hope you have a wonderful Tuesday. Bye, y'all.